Hey guys, the Guitar Accountant here, back again. Just wanted to make a video on this recent Tom Anderson order that I've placed. Not a lot of information online, so I thought I'd just walk through this and show you the pricing here on this Pro-Am Shorty and my thought process. So this comes out to around $4,900 here, and this is really based on the current Pro-Am that I have. Very similar, but a little bit different. Um, so let me just walk through this here. So one thing that I'm slightly annoyed about is the Spanish cedar. Basically, I really like guitars that weigh between 7 pounds to 7.6 pounds. Um, and I had originally wanted alder, but I was told that getting that to be, under 7.6 pounds might not happen. Which is strange because all the guitars that I see, including the guitar that I own, which is Alder from Tom Anderson, um, seem to all be under 7.6 pounds, and I'm even speccing this without a full Floyd Rose. The guitar I have has a full Floyd Rose, and I think it's 7.4 pounds. If you go online, even right now, as of the date of this video, you can find multiple Floyd Rose guitars with Alder that are 7.2 ounces, 7.4 ounces. So the reason that I went with the Spanish cedar is because they said that was much more likely to get me to the weight range, um, which, as you can see, apparently has a $300 premium. And according to Tom Anderson, finding alder that would meet my weight specifications is not super easy. So I don't know what to think about that. Obviously, every guitar from Tom Anderson is specifically ordered, and they don't all show up on Reverb or online shops. But it does strike me as weird is that I've got a Tom Anderson alder with a full Floyd Rose, same specs that's that weight. I can go find lighter examples currently for sale, and you're telling me that that's not possible, and I need to pay extra for the Spanish cedar. So slightly annoyed, but let's keep going here. I'm going with the Blackheart fingerboard. I'm a big fan of that. It's on my current Pro-Am, and I really like it. That carries a $100 premium here. I don't know if rosewood is included in the price. I would assume that just a regular maple neck is included in this base price. The headstock finish is going to be black. That carries a $100 premium. I think Sur charges a $50 premium. And then I do have this custom logo red. So if you don't want to pay 150, it'll just be like a cream white color, but I do want this to be red. So that's an extra 150 bucks. The hardware color being black is an extra 200. I think gold might be 250. It might even be 300. I know that if you go with the full tremolo, that's an extra 200. If you go with the Baby Floyd, it's an extra 100. Interestingly enough, the switcheroo system apparently is free. It's included in the base price. And whether you go with 3 pickups or 2 pickups, there's not an upcharge, at least on the few quotes that I've done. And then we've got the Anderson logo gig bag. I think in another video I mentioned that this gig bag, if you go with the Ultra Plush, it's an extra 150. This is good enough to ship it in. Not a very impressive gig bag, but I'm not going to pay the surcharge because I may end up getting some sort of nice hard case for this guitar. What else can I touch on here? I'm going with Olympic White. The Pro-Am that you see on my channel is Arctic White. It's kind of a very bright white. I've warmed up to it a little bit, but initially it is definitely a appliance, almost like a toilet seat bright porcelain white that I don't love. It's a little cold looking. So I'm going with Olympic whites. I had kind of experimented with ChatGPT and all the colors out there, going with Ferrari red, Dakota red, black at one point. I just like the fact that white seems to hide fingerprint marks, dust. If you have black hair or black dust or anything that gets on it that's black, it obviously pops out. Very obvious, but it's easy to brush it away. So that might change. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the color. I think this has a delivery date of January 2027, maybe December of this year, but that's when this should be done. I know with Alder, there's no surcharge as far as extra. You can put in a request. So let's say you're putting in for alder and mahogany, you can put in a request to sort to find the lightest piece of wood, the lightest blank, but there's no guarantee. So I don't know if that means they might come underweight. If that's the weight they're targeting, that's fine. Apparently, according to Tom Anderson, their Spanish cedar is very similar to alder. Of course, if you go online, you'll find Spanish cedar supposedly being closer to mahogany. I'm not going to get hung up on the whole wood tone debate on electric guitars, so I really don't care. I'm primarily interested in weight and um, the balance, so it should be good enough. And I think that's about it. One thing you'll find, I blocked out here who I sent this to, but I have found some of these places, you'll go to the Tom Anderson site and you'll send them this quote sheet. A lot of them never get back to you. I won't say who, but I did two or three and I never heard back from them. I don't know if business is that good that they can just ignore people. I also had where I was specking out a dire wolf and a pro-am, and I think I did this a month apart from the same shop, and both times we got 90% of the way through, and I was waiting for them to literally send the invoice, and they never did. So I decided to go with a different shop and finally put down a 20% deposit. Some of the places I've reached out to, they want $1,000 down, they want 20% down, they want 25% down. So that seems to be the standard rate if you're going to order it. Um, so I'm looking forward to it, and it'll definitely be featured on the channel.